Jason Kelce, John Orand of Puck reported that ESPN is considering a weekly late night show for Jason Kelce on the network that would maybe be available elsewhere. And their idea is to kind of maximize its social media and YouTube punch. First of all, didn't Katie Nolan do this already?
I believe so. Yeah. So did Bill Simmons.
Yeah, well, different place. But yeah, so I'm skeptical of this because anything that's originating on ESPN's network just feels like, I don't want to call it a lost cause, but if there's any point here to get people to tune in live late at night to ESPN to watch this guy do something, I don't think that that's going to happen. And I don't know how much it really matters if people watch something on Instagram from it. Like, I guess I would just want to know what the premise is. I guess they're not, it sounds like from Moran's reporting, they're not going to have to like pay him more or any of that. Like, this was kind of maybe in the works when they signed him, and now it's just coming to fruition. So maybe it's just making better use of a talent and kind of a why not thing. But I don't know. This just feels like something that might have worked 10 years ago.
Once a week feels like it would be tough. Like, I just don't, there's not a great track record of these once a week sports, half talk show, half whatever variety show, whatever you want to call them. Like, just not, I mean, I mentioned Bill Simmons in jest like that. Any Given Wednesday wasn't a terrible concept. It's just, I think it's hard for these once a week shows. You don't, it's not like SVP where we get him every night. It's not like Pat McAfee where you have him every day. I think you're trying to cram a week's worth of news into one show. I don't even know if that's what like the concept of this show would be, but it feels like a kind of a failing formula to me.
I mean, Barstool Van Talk, Bomani Jones had one. I know Barstool Van Talk didn't really exist beyond 1 week, but I don't, the format I think kind of raised eyebrows even then. Like, you're bringing these guys who do a podcast regularly, and then people are going to tune in to watch them live on TV once a week. It's kind of the same thing here. Like, if I want to see what the Kelces are up to, I already am getting that. So right. What's going to be different or unique about it, and how does it help ESPN? I don't know, but it's not like it's not worth trying. I mean, it could develop some good content, but I guess just from a business standpoint, it confuses me as to why they would go this route with him.
I think the other shoe to fall on this would be Travis retiring. I think that would be the end game.
Yeah. And I mean, look, your point about once a week, maybe if they're both on board and they're both retired, it can be like 3 times a week or something, and you develop actually a habit for people. And I don't know, but
I just know from my
entertaining.
I just know from my experience with the Bill Simmons show, it's like you get excited for the first one, and maybe you watch the second one, and then by the third week you're like, oh shit, Bill Simmons show is on tonight. I'll DVR that, and then you never get to it. And it's just like it's not like you're watching a HBO prestige show. It just kind of it becomes something else you have to do that week. At least that's how
they have a good guest, I'll tune in,
right.
Rather than appointment viewing. Yeah, we'll see. I think it seems like it probably will happen based on Oren having so many details about it, and it sounds like early next year. So I'm sure we'll watch and discuss it as it comes.